Hey, Jeff, do you know what type of podcast we are?
Well, we're not a history podcast.
That's correct. We're a comedy podcast. So any jokes, skits, or anything else we say is not reflective of our organizations, businesses, or any sponsors that we're associated with, even charities. So remind yourself, if you're offended, it's okay. It's just a joke.
Comic books, movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that's something. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again. Please, God, no. Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts. He wrote the scripts. All right here is no mystery. It's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 567. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Brian.
We're recording on election night. This is, Jeff, our third presidential election.
Yes, it is.
Boy, you guys have been on forever.
Yeah. Every time we've only seen Trump as a Republican nominee.
That's true.
I'm sorry.
Well, we're not going to get too political tonight.
Because you can listen to Down the Hall podcast.
Yes. But I do want to say Jim Justice won Senate seat today. Jim Justice got the Hobie bump. And now everyone gets guns.
Don't blame us.
Hey, you got black lung? Call 1-800. Get justice for all.
Well, now that he's moving up in the government, he really isn't going to answer that phone call anymore.
No, I don't think he is.
I don't think he was answering it when he was governor.
No.
He answered mine.
Jim Justice. He's here for us all. So
He has to answer. He just knows when I call, it comes up in the speed dial as Total Jim.
in 4 years when he runs for president, we might have some power here at Hobie. We might be the Joe Rogan of him. Who needs Joe Rogan? Jim Justice got Hobie. So there you go. Let's see here. Big news, New York was called for Carson Oliver, the Libertarian nominee. That was today. California did not go to him, though. That went to Jill Stein, even though she's not on the ballot out there.
Not even on the ballot.
Yeah, so this time tomorrow, you guys will all be saying President Oliver.
Jill Stein was on the ballot in Ohio, but any votes cast for her do not count.
No. There was... Brian and I got to see a really good one. CNN, I think.
Yeah.
Was in... Where was that at?
Who was it that was doing the interview?
I can't remember.
Was it Aaron Burnett?
Yes.
Somewhere in Pennsylvania then.
Yeah. So she was interviewing a guy, and he was like a younger guy, and she's like, why did you come out here to vote? He's like, well, basically, my girlfriend told me I needed to. I wasn't going to vote. In fact, I just left work, and she literally texted me all day and said I needed to come vote today. And if I didn't, she was going to break up with me. And the reporter's like, really? And he's like, no, actually, I'm just saying that because I thought it would be funny. But she did text me all day about voting, so I am voting because of her.
So you weren't going to vote today? No, I was just gonna stay home and eat some chips or something.
That was his comment on CNN today. And I was like, breaking news there, buddy.
I mean,
to which my wife made.
To be fair, if I didn't already know that this 5-pound bag of gummy Jolly Ranchers was here, I was gonna stay home too.
Any chips?
Something other than Jolly Rancher gummies.
We do have gummies. These are great.
Thanks, Cole.
Yep. My youngest son ate and his friends ate the last of them last week, so he got a nice stern talking to. And
his allowance bought ours this week.
Yes. So we have 5 pounds of gummies this week. So
I'm glad he took ownership in the fact that
he did
his friends ate
him
it.
and his friends ate them.
We'll take that out of his cut from the expo.
Yes. On the negative, this is not the typical gummies that would be fun to have. But, they're just regular.
I think these are funner.
I don't think that's a word.
I made it up.
Oh, okay.
These are the standard Hobie gummies.
These are the standard gummies. Okay. Let's see here. So there you go.
Hey, breaking news.
Yeah.
Blake is a grandfather for the second time.
Yes.
Congratulations, Blake.
Congratulations, Blake. We're so happy for you.
Yeah, hold on the wrong.
Man, come on, DJ Fat Fingers. Oh. Nope, that's the wrong one. We're not laughing at him. Nope.
Not that. There we go.
Hey!
It's almost like we've done this.
There we go. I'll
Turn that up because
together.
that wasn't very loud for him. That was a...
Oh, you want it up?
Yeah, go ahead. There you go. Congratulations, granddaughter for him. So very good picture he sent us. So,
Yep.
So good for him. But yeah, so he's not here this week because of that. I guess that's a formal excuse.
Yeah. But mom and baby are doing great. They're on the way home from the hospital today. So
I was trying to book them for Hobie tonight, but they said they couldn't make it. So
I think he's doing NBC.
MSNBC.
Yeah.
Okay. Blake, could you imagine Blake here in Ohio talking to pollsters as they come out?
Hopefully his hospital doesn't have a polling station in the basement. Sir, how long did it take you to vote? I just got my kid here. Just had a baby.
So were you going to vote? Well, I thought my baby would be more important, but...
No, I was just going to stay home and eat some chips.
While your baby was being born? Yeah. But my wife texted me and said if I didn't come, she was going to divorce me. So...
That didn't really happen, but it'd be funny to say. Fucking
Breaking
unbelievable.
journalism. Breaking journalism.
Just ask a couple questions before you turn the live mic on.
I think it's fantastic. We are in the dumbest timeline known to man.
So, what are you going to do after you won the lottery? Hookers and blow, man.
Hookers and blow.
No. I'm going to blow half of it, and then the other half is hookers and blow.
That's right. That's when the whores come to town. Anyways, breath of silence. Quincy Jones passed away. Big music producer. I read an article. He was like the first big super producer before super producers were out there. So yeah, passed away. I didn't see how old he was though.
91.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez. Wow. Life.
Fun fact that I came across after that news broke. The premise of the tweet was don't give up on your life if you're not where you think you are, because Quincy Jones didn't produce Thriller until he was 49.
Mm-hmm.
So it was one of those in the back, don't give up on pursuing your life or your dreams
because it's never over.
Right. And I was unaware of that he was, that he was that old when Thriller came out. And
did he produce stuff before that though?
Oh yeah,
God, yes.
Yeah.
If I'm past 49, should I give up on my dreams? Because
Yes.
I've never produced a Thriller before now.
No.
But you have produced 567
66 and a fourth
episodes of Hobie.
Pretty generous saying it's a fourth. I would say like an 8.
Actually, there are probably about 6 of those in there I didn't produce.
Well, we're still gonna give you the producer's credits.
Oh, yeah, you still got the residuals from it.
Okay.
So yeah,
Actually, we'll take the episode that does not exist out of that.
yes, episode 0.
Oh no, the
formatted episode.
Oh yeah,
The episode
I
DJ
produced that episode.
episode
but
DJ Fat Fingers.
yes,
There is no record of you producing it, so unfortunately, we can't count that as a credit.
Don't you have a ring?
we've got about 9 20-second snippets from that.
Yeah. Did not go over well. But yeah, it was our number 1 episode. Those snippets. So there you go. Super Cincy Expo coming May 18th, I think. 16th through the 18th.
16th through the 18th. Yes.
Sharonville Convention Center. It's a great video game expo we'll be at.
8-Bit will be there.
8-Bit will be there.
And Doug.
Jinx.
We need to have our our intern update the outline.
Yes, they are not doing a great job on that.
It just says Expo, and then with the wrong dates.
Well, those are the correct dates for the last one. So we'll be there. It's a lot of fun. Icon's there doing lots of tournaments. We'll be doing Tecmo Super Bowl tournament again, and the track and field tournament from the Nintendo on the gamepad. We'll do that again. Chad said he will be there.
Power Pad, sorry.
Chad said he is coming back.
Whoa.
So be ready.
I didn't. Where did he say that?
On the Super Cincy Expo page.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
He's defending it. So
Defending his title.
yeah,
Wow.
it's going to be exciting. I'm excited.
That's huge news.
In all honesty, it is a really fun event. The whole expo. We have a good old time. We have a lot of trivia up there. We interview some great guests from the video game industry. So yeah,
and keep updated on what we hear on any of our special guests. The special guests will be on the.
Yep.
Just keep.
Yeah, or you can go to their Facebook page. They're looking for suggestions of voice actors or celebrities that you might want to see there. So
you can also go to Cincy Comic Expo on YouTube and look at all the panels from this Cincy Comic Expo. So there you go. Let's see here. And also from 2022, we have those panels up now.
Oh.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Anybody watch anything?
I did.
What'd you watch?
I watched the entire 3 seasons of The Lincoln Lawyer.
How is that?
It is fantastic.
Okay. The book is really good.
The movie is phenomenal.
The movie's good, too, yeah.
But no Matthew McConaughey in the show.
All right.
No, but the character that they have playing the Lincoln Lawyer is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon, right?
Netflix.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got nothing but great reviews.
And after I watched those 3 seasons in like 2 days, I then went and started watching Suits.
Okay. Have you ever seen it before?
No.
And?
Meghan Markle is fantastic.
I'm Megan!
Oh, God.
Come watch me! I'm just doing it as a quick impression. I would not.
I let the first one slide, then you said it again.
I'm surprised Jason didn't include the Meghan and Harry news I sent him.
Not yet, but it is on the outlines for the following week. So be ready. Intern fax machine's like, what do you want to put on this week? I said, let's give it a break from Megan.
I didn't realize that Stephen Hawking was our intern.
People think I'm smart because I talk like this. I'm dead.
I think you're just on Epstein Island still.
I like my my strippers.
It's so bad.
Strippers.
Your wheelchair gets stuck in the sand, bud?
Watch me on Poker Face.
Oh, now he's doing Natasha Leone.
Hey, guys, watch me on Poker Face.
Look at the range on this guy.
I'm Natasha Leone.
Is it pretty bad that his Natasha Leone and his
Stephen Hawking
are too close together?
People think I'm smart because I talk like this. Hey, guys. Hey, Steven.
I have to apologize to everybody listening.
Can I push you around?
I have to say,
Yes.
his Natasha Leone does sound like one of the Teen Girl Squad.
Teen Girl Squad. Yeah. The ugly one.
Cheerleader.
Cheerleader.
So-and-so. What's her face?
Strong
The ugly one.
What's her face? I forgot about that one. So yeah, catch Natasha Leone on Poker Face 2, season 2. This episode sponsored by Poker Face season 2. When you need to watch a good series that's pretty much the same thing in each episode, go to the Cock and watch Poker Face season 2. What else did you watch?
Well, I did watch. That's like 5 seasons worth of stuff I watched this week.
Okay. That's it? Man.
Oh, I also watched The Challenge.
No, never on.
Let's see, Survivor, House of Villains.
Jesus, stop it. Speaking of super producers, I did watch Piece by Piece, the Lego movie about Pharrell. My family and I watched it. My daughter said, I don't get it. And my oldest son goes, It's a autobiographical movie about Pharrell. I don't get it. So my
Told by
youngest,
Legos.
my youngest fell asleep, and my oldest liked it. I liked it. My wife liked it. It was really well done. It was basically like Behind the Music with Legos. But
so bringing up Pharrell and the Lego movie and everything, that might be a little segue into our top 5 list.
yes. But there's a lot about Pharrell. Like I did not know.
Yes, Pharrell is bringing up the segue to the top
Don't
5.
tease it too much. Cause
You mean
I'm sad. I'm sad. There's a lot about Pharrell that I did not know about, and he was really interesting.
he wears oversized hats?
He does wear oversized hats. But yeah,
Funny because it's oversized.
get it.
Funny.
He's
That's an oversized hat.
319 years old. He hasn't aged yet.
No. But it was also his first interview with his wife. His wife never does interviews, and she did an interview in Lego form.
In Lego, yeah.
Yes. But yeah, just what he worked with in that, it was pretty impressive. So highly recommend it if you like, anything about music and that. There's not much of a action element to it, so your kids will probably not like it too much, but it is very informative.
If you've ever listened to a song, then you should watch this movie. According to
I'm not a
Jason.
music guy, so I enjoyed it. That's what I was trying to say.
You're
Any song.
and yeah, if you've ever listened to a song,
Did you have to enjoy the song that you listened to?
No, just listen to
just
it.
listen.
All I want for Christmas is you.
Shut him off. Shut him off.
Yeah, that's gas is still expensive, Jason.
So, Brian, did you watch anything this week?
I did watch several things. I finished my rewatch of Southland
Okay.
again. Yeah. I decided to stay on a Ben McKenzie kick since I gave up on Gotham after 11 episodes.
How did you give up on Gotham? It only gets better.
It was pretty easy. I just didn't go back to it.
Oh, good call.
Wait. Think back a couple years ago when you didn't go back to Jessica Jones.
Uh-huh.
He did the same thing with Gotham.
What's Jessica Jones?
Exactly.
Yeah. Still, the show reminds me that they should have got another season because it ends on such a cliffhanger. But
Southland?
yeah,
Oh.
that's on Tubi currently.
It was on USA Network, wasn't it?
It was on.
Or FX?
Started on NBC, then I think it went to USA
Okay.
towards the end.
USA's trying to get back into the original TV shows now.
Oh, I thought you meant they were going to go back to Up All Night.
Like Suits
Yeah.
and Psych.
Yeah, they're trying to come back to making some of those.
And the Cartoon Express.
Nice.
Because I'm up
All night. Oh, yeah, they did Silk Stockings, didn't they?
Yes,
That was
they
one of
did.
their first ones.
Yeah.
Pac Blue. Pacific Blue.
Yeah.
Pacific Blue.
I didn't abbreviate it. I called it Pacific Blue.
Is that was with Mario Lopez, right? I think it
remember.
was. Yeah, I'll find
If
it.
only we had a way to look that up.
I'll find that
I
out.
don't know. That didn't have a helicopter, did it?
You had Jeffrey Donovan, or what was
Burn Notice.
Burn Notice.
Yep.
Great show.
Then the one about the doctor in the Hamptons.
Oh, I forgot that. I was about to say Nip Tuck. That's not it.
That's not it.
That was FX. Not
Oh, yeah, Nip Tuck.
that one. Yeah.
Mario Lopez was in Pacific Blue. So,
Jason, find the show that takes the Doctor in the Hamptons show from USA.
okay. I get it.
And then let's see what other good USA shows there were.
Wrestling.
Royal Pains.
Royal
Oil
Pains. Yeah.
Pains.
There you go. That was great. Moving on.
I don't know. They did one of them helicopter shows, Thunder in Paradise.
Monk,
or-
Burn Notice, In Plain Sight,
In Plain Sight is
Plain
another one.
Sight.
Psych.
Did they do White Collar?
White
Yes,
Collar,
White Collar.
Royal Pains, Covert Affairs, La Femme Nikita. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Ms. and Mrs. Oh, wait, fuck that. Mr. Robot.
Oh yeah.
That went out of the zeitgeist really quick, didn't it?
I mean, it was only 3 seasons, but
And a movie.
it was just the 3 seasons.
Fairly Legal, Graceland.
Graceland was a really good show.
Which one was that?
That was with Daniel Sunjata.
Yeah, I remember.
Where they're all like kind of undercover,
Oh yeah, okay.
but living together. And
We're going to Graceland, Graceland, Graceland. I'm assuming Paul Simon sang on the...
he did not.
Oh.
Walking in Memphis.
Another show that USA had that was really good, Animal Kingdom.
Oh yeah, Necessary Roughness was out there. The Sinner, Airwolf,
There you go, Jeff. There's your helicopter.
and Common Law.
All right,
there
they
you
got
go.
Airwolf. Okay.
So there's your original TV shows.
Well,
Yeah.
they're looking to get back to that. So
Yeah, they also produced. They also made Rudy, the Rudy Giuliani story with James Woods, Frankenstein. I remember that one, and
We hear that they have been in contact with Hobie to take some of our shows that we have been in production.
yeah, we'll,
Yes.
we'll get to that here coming up.
yeah. So
Let's see. Something that I completely forgot to talk about that I've been watching is the American Sports Story, Aaron Hernandez.
have you seen that? Have you been watching?
I have been watching.
And
Man, oh man, is the acting terrible. But the story is good.
I heard Tom Brady and it can't throw a football.
Yeah, the guy that plays Brady is not good. The guy who plays Belichick, like way overboard. The kid that they have playing Aaron Hernandez, like it's very clear that they didn't have an extra doing any of the football stuff. So that's a little.
Yeah, they said in one scene Edelman looks like he's running backwards because he's so slow, and they're like, "This isn't how you run routes."
But I heard they actually got Rob Gronkowski to play himself.
They did not.
Oh.
69.
But the guy like that they had playing him like so bad, so like. But the funny thing about that is like that the guy that plays Gronk in the show is really good friends with Gronk. So like he like but
69!
like
That's his only line in the show.
Yep.
I think Aaron Hernandez got arrested. 69.
There was that scene where he was walking through the locker room, throwing stuff at people, yelling, Tide Pods! Tide Pods!
yeah.
Mojo Rawley is playing him from wrestling.
Do they go back and talk about his high school days, like when Hernandez played against Southington High School and stomped all over Mike Pierce?
They didn't specifically talk about that episode, but so it's kind of like so I believe it's going to be
That's the only thing they did in high school. That's the only thing they touched on is that one game that your friend was in.
I mean, I would probably vote for that to win every award if that's
This
what
is
they
the
talk
Hobie demographic. We got to put that game in.
I mean, he made a tackle. Pierce made a tackle, but
Great Hobie demographic there. Aaron
He
Hernandez.
made the tackle after hanging on 30 yards as he ran downfield. But eventually
So,
he went down.
Did he have any other highlights in high school? No, we're not doing that with Aaron Hernandez. No, that was the only game that mattered.
I don't think that's the game where Pierce got knocked unconscious trying to
is
make
football.
a tackle.
It is football.
Yeah.
Okay, what else we got? Sorry.
Well, it could have been. We'll just say it is.
So yeah, that is the story. Like if you know the story about him, it there's a little bit more included in this than what I knew about from like the documentaries and stuff that I watched. So I don't know how much of that is also true, but it's interesting.
Did his mom ever steal Amazon packages from a next door neighbor?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
But were they? Did they ever steal Chappelle Roan albums?
That's right.
Well, so Chappelle Roan was probably like 3 at the time, so probably not.
She was still singing, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, she could have.
It was on those Fisher Price records.
Yeah.
She had records that were put on the back of cereal boxes.
Yes.
That you had to cut out.
Yeah.
It really plays.
The alphabet song did.
ABC.
Sorry. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm about to say, are you doing Natasha Lyonne
Yeah, I
singing?
was. A, B, C. Easy as 1, 2, 3. I
don't know. 1, 2, 3.
God, this is so
1,
bad.
2, 3.
Again, I want to apologize to all our listeners for this episode.
From this moment on, it's going to be good.
You sound like a Muppet with a brain impediment.
Waka, waka, waka. How you doing over there, Fozzie Bear?
Do not. There is no try.
I said Fozzie Bear, not Yoda.
Same difference.
Waka, waka, waka.
They sounded the same. So that just sounded exactly like whatever you were doing.
Kermit the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog was not done by Frank Oz.
Yet.
No.
Yet.
No.
What the fuck's going on here?
What? Why are you asking us that
I
question?
don't know.
You're the one that is doing the things that you're asking questions about.
Chase Oliver just took Vermont.
It was good to see that Kermit the Frog had a pretty good football game last night for Kansas City.
No, it wasn't. He beat me in fantasy. If he would have stayed out when he got hurt, then I would have won. But he came back and got another touchdown, and I lost.
That's big too, because that's in the most important league we're in.
Yeah, that's in Pittsburgh Nerd League. Fell to 4th place.
Thanks, Thad, for not playing people or starting people who were not playing against me.
Rookie move right there. Rookie move.
The good news is I get Thad this week.
Well, don't pay attention to your lineup again this week, please.
I get Sean this week.
Oh, I feel bad for Sean.
Oh, he's got so many points for us.
Because he lives in Pittsburgh?
Well, that too. But he's got the second highest amount of points gotten. He's like second last in the standings.
The only person ahead of us, Thad.
Are you doing better in this podcast fantasy league than the Hollywood Stock Exchange league?
Oh, let's see how, if anything I did last week has done anything.
Randall was quite happy he was in 12th place, even though he's never looked at it. So he was quite, yeah. So he's quite happy with that.
How did he join?
Well, he joined, and that was it. He picked the people, and that was it.
Oh.
So yeah, he still has Armie Hammer on his list, and Kevin Spacey. So yeah. Jeff, did you watch anything this week?
Finales of
Agatha. Still loving it.
Still loving it. Mm-hmm. It's over, so
yeah,
but it finished pretty strong.
Okay.
What else did I watch? The finale of Only Murders in the Building, season 4.
You said you were holding your judgment till the end. What do you think?
Not as good as the previous seasons, but still solid. And
it's the weakest of the 4?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
It had some funny parts to it, but I think the whole they're doing making a movie of the podcast while they're investigating a thing, and it's funny watching the celebrities come in and do stuff. But then again, it kind of took away from what the story was. Okay. And just last night, I realized what we do in the shadows is back.
Yep. Just start watching.
There's like 5 episodes already released.
I realized I didn't watch the last 3 episodes on last season.
Oh, so you had to go back and finish?
Yeah, I haven't started the new season. I was finishing the other ones. My wife was watching me laugh hysterically at it, and she's like, I just don't get what you think is so funny.
I don't get what she doesn't see is funny.
That's why I told her. And then I did this. And she's like, stop kissing at me. It's like, I'm a vampire. Bat. I did watch for everything I learned from movies. I watched the Dinosaur Project. When it came out in 2013, I really actually wanted to see it. In 2024, when I watched it, I wish I didn't see it, and it cost me $3 to rent.
You should have bought it for $5.
They did not offer to buy it; just rent on Vudu. So I had to download Vudu. Because that was the only site that had it.
When you can't even buy it on Amazon, it's pretty sad.
Yes. It was on Tubi up until like 3 weeks ago. So Steve felt bad that I had to rent it. I was like, it's fine. $3 is worth it. It was not. So there you go. So we had a poll of the week. We had, let's see here. We had, what is the worst Sony film using a Marvel character? Let's see here. We had Madame Web, Morbius, Ghost Rider, and Craven, because it's going to suck. We had in last place, tied, Morbius and Craven at 18.2%.
I voted for Venom.
Oh, yeah. I took it by Rotten Tomatoes scores.
Okay. Well, that's coming up later.
Yes. And winning 36.4% to 27.3%. This one got 58 or 270 electoral votes. Ghost Rider beat Madame Web. So there you go. Yeah, Ghost Rider. I went to watch Madame Web, and I guess I have the commercials on Netflix, so I don't have it, like the top of the line. And they wouldn't let me. I couldn't watch it because of their contract with Sony. It said. So I was like, yeah, I'm good with that. It's fine. I'm okay with that. So, yeah. Brian, you got some listener feedback over there?
I do have some listener feedback.
Ooh.
You caught me mid-gummy.
Oh.
Listener feedback sponsored by Hello Jeff. Jeff, what's in the box?
Apples.
It's a good harvest season.
Yeah.
I mean, plenty of different varieties. You're going to get something. There's some Granny Smith apples and some red and or yellow delicious apples, some tart apples, some pineapples, some horse apples.
Honeycrisp.
No, you're not going to get a Honeycrisp. I apologize.
Oh.
The Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks?
Apple Jacks are in there, yes. Apple cider.
Okay.
The non-alcoholic kind.
Any of the Hostess apple pies?
McDonald's apple pies?
Well, I wish I would have thought of that.
Well, he did.
We'll have to look in
but
to
Jeff,
see.
He ate them all before they got to the boxes.
Good call.
That's fine.
Well, I will say I can control myself around the apple pies.
Cherry pie?
It's the lemon curd is the ones I like. The apple and cherry are okay.
Okay.
The pudding pies.
The chocolate pudding pie?
Yeah, if they still made that. But anyway, they're not in the box.
Okay. But Apple Jacks is.
Apple Jacks is.
Is it in the tiny boxes, or is it just spread out?
It's spread out. It's the packaging.
Gotcha. But you could just put milk in the box.
You can.
And just eat the cereal.
It's in a bag.
Okay.
So it shouldn't leak. So, yeah, once you pull out all the other stuff, just pour milk in and eat straight out of the box.
I like this. I like this idea. And it's healthy. It's part of a balanced breakfast.
Part of a balanced breakfast if you buy every other part of the breakfast yourself.
Toast, milk, eggs,
Juice.
And
you can ignore the
mush.
Apple Jacks and it would be just as healthy.
Yes. Yeah. So, what you got, Brian?
Starting off with the same person that we start off every single one of these things.
The jewel of the licking?
The hammer.
Screwdriver.
Chili Billy.
8 hands.
Beaver tail.
8-bit.
Beaver teeth.
Sunny D.
7.
Dunkaroo dog.
The postman.
Orville Knickerbocker.
Ape-bit.
DJ Fatty Shaddy or...
No, Fat Shady.
Fat Shady, there you go.
Dad?
There you go.
No, it's just Doug.
Oh.
Doug says Sports Illustrated, yes, it's still a thing, listed the top 20 greatest WWF/WWE wrestlers of all time. The top 5 are Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, The Rock, John Cena, and Roman Reigns. Doug would like to know our thoughts.
Kind of depends on...
I want to know how much Roman Reigns paid to be in the top 5 with the other 4.
Well, my issue is, too, what are you basing it on? Wrestling-wise? Are you basing it on drawing
Everything.
power? On everything?
Everything.
Wow.
Where's Bob Backlund on this list?
Exactly.
87.
I mean...
He wasn't much of a draw.
How is Macho Man not on this list?
Well, let's see.
How is Ric Flair? Ric Flair did most of his in WCW.
Yeah, so that's my problem,
Okay.
as was pointed out to me by several people when I sent a list in, that this was only WWE or F.
Yeah, not WCW.
Specific.
Yeah.
So
Becky, go ahead.
no,
Becky Lynch was 20. Mick Foley 19. Jericho was 18. CM Punk was 17. Which
that seems low.
Andre the Giant 16. Randy Orton's 15.
15.
Edge is 14. I'm not sure about Edge.
I like Edge. Edge should not be ahead of Jericho or the Giant or you just mentioned
Orton.
Macho Man.
No, it's Randy Orton, not
Randy
Macho
Orton.
Man.
Oh, it was Randy Orton? Oh, screw Randy Orton.
Randy,
I thought you said Randy Savage. I'm sorry.
Roddy Piper's 13. Kurt Angle. Macho Man's 11.
Okay, 11 should be in the top.
Personally, if you put Jericho in the top 15, I wouldn't have an issue with that. He did a lot.
I'm happy they included him in the list.
But he did a lot with WCW, too, though.
Yeah. Bruno Sammartino's 10.
Oh, that's true. His best stuff was with WCW. Mm-hmm. Jericho.
Raw is Jericho.
Wrist lock.
Yeah, the man of 1,004 holds.
I will say, as much as bad as it was, I loved the list
Yes.
like that
With Kevin Owens.
Yeah, well,
When he
on
added
the
it.
list.
yeah, that was quite entertaining.
Bruno Sammartino's 10. Bret Hart's 9. I love Bret Hart.
Yep.
Shawn Michaels is 8.
Yikes, that seems high.
This is the one that seems high. Triple H at 7.
Triple H should not be ahead of Shawn Michaels.
No. And
Yeah. Shawn Michaels
or Bret
made
Hart.
Triple H. Yeah.
everybody said...
Does this take into account what he's done for the business outside of the ring?
I don't think so.
Does it take into account that he's part owner or something?
My thing is with Triple H, though, is like he was never the guy. Like he had reigns. Like I get that he won the titles a lot of time, but he like when you look him at Rock, Angle, even Austin, he was never the guy above.
Well,
them.
he was
he was
their
the filler
heel against them.
He was
Yeah.
the filler.
Yeah.
When they needed to transition, he came in and had a
I
little
will
bit
give
of a
you that,
run.
yes.
He did what it took to be in the business
Correct.
to run the business.
And to be fair, he, like Jeff said, was always the heel against the big,
That's true.
The big because because Vince let him.
Yeah.
Like
I will, and I'm not taking anything away from him. I just think number 7's a little high for him.
And then when you need to transition into a new champion, he was the one who kind of
Yeah.
bridged that gap. Brooklyn Brawler.
Undertaker.
Oh, way too high. He shouldn't even be in the top 20.
Roman Reigns, and then Cena, Rock, and then the rest. Hogan and Austin.
Where was the fabulous Moolah in that?
They tried to erase her from history because of some of the things she did.
Well, they should have tried to erase Hogan, too, and they have him in
That's
the list.
true. Tito Santana was not up there. I was very disappointed.
What about Mae Young? She gave birth to a hand
She did. And then wrestled after that.
at 107 years old.
And still won. Reigns, you can't deny that for the last 4 years he's been the guy. But I don't know if that he was a lot of not being the guy for a while, even though they tried to shove him down people's throats.
I will say he pretty much carried them through COVID.
He did. He did.
And kept it somewhat interesting.
Yeah.
And
Now, if they gave the top WCW athletes,
Billy Kidman, number one.
Yeah. Billy, I need you to wrestle 8 times tonight. Sure. Got it. Got it.
You're in every match. Even you have to defend your women's title tonight too.
And also the heavyweight championship. I'm not the champion. You are now.
and was number 2 Juventud Guerrero?
Juventud.
You have to fight people like Juventud.
That was one of my favorite when Jericho jumped over to WWE and The Rock is like yelling at him. It's like 3 months ago, you're like fighting people like Juventud. Who do you think you are?
I would say Ric Flair for WCW, Dusty Rhodes.
Sting.
Yeah, Sting. That's a good one. Vader to a point, I think it would be in the top 20. He did a lot for them. Nash and Hall because they did NWO. Hogan.
NWO.
You got Hogan.
I wouldn't put Hogan up there for WCW.
The only reason I say that is just because he's with the NWO.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was a big third guy.
He was horrible with
He
them.
was. He was.
I would rather
David
put,
Arquette.
I would rather put David Arquette and Buff Bagwell ahead of Hogan.
You know why? Because when you're buff, you're the stuff.
Well, I mean, Buff Bagwell and Scott Norton, they were the best tag team champions ever.
That was
Vicious and Delicious.
Yeah. What about Fit Finley?
He was WWE.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, Steven Regal was the guy I was thinking about for WCW.
William Regal.
William Regal. Yes.
The man's man.
The man's man. That was WWE. God, that was awful. Yeah, that was a good one. I like that list. WCW would be interesting.
But the question was about WWF.
Yeah, WCW. Norman Smiley would probably be up there.
Oh, wait a minute. The Berlin Wall wasn't up there.
The Wall.
The Wunderkind.
Yes,
Alex Wright, the Das Wunderkind.
Alex Wright.
The Dancing Fools was one of the best.
See with Disco Inferno?
Disco Inferno and Alex Wright.
Yeah.
Disco that Inferno. Was great.
Burn, baby, burn. How about Kiss Demon? The Kiss Demon. That was good.
No, that was terrible.
That was awful.
And I mean, obviously, they mess up this list because we all know somewhere in the top 20. No, it doesn't have to be top 5, top 10. But Scotty 2 Hotties should have been in the top 20.
For WWE, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
My number one for every list was Chris Benoit, because if I don't put him there, he might show up at my house and kill me.
That's true. That allegedly.
He allegedly might show up at my house and kill me.
Yeah, get the allegedly right. You gotta make that sure. Me and you should be up there, too.
You weren't in either of those organizations, though.
We had tryouts.
We had the DWL.
Yeah.
You were a 5-time champ in that.
Yeah, I lost. I only won 6 times.
6 and 147 or something.
Yeah, but I was a 5-time champ.
Yeah.
One of those times is because you went for a Frankensteiner and I said no and just power bombed you and pinned you. That was true.
And that was out of the DWL?
Yeah.
I didn't see you guys on heels.
Different DWL.
Oh, okay.
We actually have a lawsuit with them.
Yeah, Heels actually stole the DWL from the name from us.
Jim and I were wrestling in a backyard match, and he's like, Frankensteiner. I was like, I feel like winning. And so I power bombed him and just held there and got the win.
Where legitimately from some standing, I jumped up, put my legs on his shoulder, and went to him to do the somersault over. No, and he just put me on the ground.
He could have done it. Jeff was the lightweight champion.
Cruiserweight champ. And well, that was the thing is, you're like, I won. I was a 5-time champ. I was only a 1-time champion because no one was able to beat me.
That's true. Nobody was in your weight class.
I was the only one in the cruiserweight division.
I think the first title match, I think Jeff was part of. It was a 3-way match.
I did lose that.
And
didn't you body slam him?
Nope.
No.
Someone else did.
Alan Herman slammed both Jeff and I at the same time. One hand, each hand slammed us both. And as he was celebrating, I rolled over on top of Jeff and got the pinfall.
Hey! Moving on, what's Vampit got?
That was a great writing.
Hey!
Well, there you go, Doug. That's our thoughts on the top 20 greatest WWF/WWE wrestlers of all time. From Vampit at Vampy, who would make a better down the hall? Who would make a better president of the United States? Emperor Palpatine, Sauron, or Thanos?
It's Thanos.
Definitely Thanos.
Thanos actually had reasons for what he was doing. It just wasn't power hungry.
Thanos thought he was at least doing something to benefit the
society.
And then he took a nap. He's like, I just want to take a nap. I'm tired.
And he's somebody who was willing to do what it took, and then once he was done, retire.
Yeah. Yep. The other two are just power hungry for no reason other than to be power hungry. They gave zero reasoning behind their thoughts.
Yes.
And even if you go for the Thanos not from the MCU, but from the comic books, he at least did it because he was trying to court death.
Yes. Yep.
He was trying to court
Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, I am too.
Don't go homicidal.
Don't let Jim moderate any expo panel with Aubrey Plaza. Okay, got it. Sit down. Sit in the corner. Doctor is talking.
RoboCop? No, we're not doing that. Next up from the Pop Culture Cafe at TPC Cafe _EH. Following up on the Transformers insurance question, if they cannot find the part on a damaged Transformer or it is too expensive, do they just write it off? Do Transformers sign donor cards?
So last week they asked if Transformers need auto insurance or life insurance or both. Cav gave a lengthy insurance answer on that. If they cannot find the part on a damaged Transformer, or is it too expensive to do, they just write it off? I don't think any insurance company just writes it off. At that point, if it's too expensive, they're going to call it a total loss. So Bumblebee is dead.
They're going to total out the
total loss Bumblebee. Good news is he could apply for a salvage title. So just let you know that could happen.
But then say he does have total loss Bumblebee, and he's a donor. That means the next couple of Transformers that get hurt can get parts off of Bumblebee.
Correct. You can do that.
Oh, so we can scrap him for parts.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless he signs a salvage title, and if he's a salvage title, he's basically a total loss vehicle, but he's allowed to drive around town as long as he passes the inspection. I would love for him to go to the Ohio BMB and say, you don't pass inspection, we're going to have to kill you. Sorry, Bumblebee.
Well, they did that to a couple Decepticons, and then they blew up the courthouse.
Oh, wow.
That's what that noise was.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Actually, it wasn't the courthouse. They just set fire to a playground in downtown Cincinnati.
Moving on.
The sad part was they did it to the tape recorder. They said, you are an obsolete a machine, and even if we had parts, no one could use you properly.
I would love to have.
As soon as I got done saying that, a Jaguar got ejected from the tape recorder and ate the person's face off.
I would love for the tape recorder to make it from Decepticons make his case to being useful still. It would be like the X-Men with Pete Holmes. No, I tape things.
What are you, a boombox?
No, I'm a tape recorder, but I tape things. So does my phone. Yes, but I have high quality sound when you play it back.
You're not even a DAT tape.
I am the worst. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. I'm
pretty sure it does.
Yeah.
But I just want to bring up that this is based on what we said last week, a question from the legendary Jacobo.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Celebrity Jacobo.
Hobie celebrity.
Yes.
Not self-proclaimed.
No.
Proclaimed by Blake. Hobie
Yes.
celebrity.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think self-proclaimed is better, though.
Well, he doesn't know that, apparently. All right. Next up from Steve at EILFM.
Everything learned from movies.
What movies helped shape your views of love and relationships?
Ooh.
This is kind of a serious question.
It is. And I've thought about it, and I still have yet to really come up with a good answer.
Harry Met Sally. When Harry Met Sally.
I'll have what she's having.
Yeah. That helped, especially since it took 3 years for me to call my wife back. It was very Harry Met Sally.
My favorite part of that relationship is when Jeff finally told her to move on.
And then that night I was like, I think I like her. I think we'll have a relationship. And Jeff's like, things you could have told me 2 hours ago.
I think it was the next day.
Oh, sorry. My bad. She just got lucky with me. I mean, I think she counts her lucky stars every day. I ask her that.
When we ask her how did she put up with you for this long, the answer is normally alcohol.
Yeah. She doesn't drink much, though. That's the sad thing. So I don't know how that's happening.
Well, she did used to a lot.
Yeah.
And then you guys got married and had kids, and then she's kind of like, how'd I get here?
But
alcohol.
I think she is still cashing the checks from Jason's parents.
Yeah, good point.
Because we all... The check's dried up for the rest of us.
Yeah, I don't get any money from your parents anymore.
We've only been married 17 years. So, yeah. So I would say Harry Met Sally.
Any movies, love and relationships for you, Brian? Since you're another one of the married members of Hobie.
Rocky.
I mean, no, but yes.
High Fidelity.
Ooh.
Top 5. Top 5 records. That is like the worst movie to base like love life off of, because every decision that he makes in that is bad.
But you realize it's terrible, so you do the opposite.
I don't know how it had a happy ending.
Just because of Kathleen Turner's Overdrive. Formerly Kathleen Turner's
Overdrive.
Now the Barry 5 and the
Uptown 5.
Barry Jive and
the Uptown 5.
Yeah. This is actually a really good question. Precious.
That's a very depressing show.
It's not a show, it's a movie.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Based on the novel Push by Sapphire?
Yes. No,
I'm... Say Anything?
Caveman?
Caveman.
Atuk Zug Lama.
Or was the Some Kind of Wonderful?
Love was right there all along.
She's All That. I normally need to get bet to date people.
Or other people need to get bet to date you.
Yeah,
She's
that's
a
pretty
humpback.
That's pretty much
Hunchback.
it. I normally play the Laney Biggs character.
not another teen movie.
Not another teen movie. But she's got paint on her jeans.
And a ponytail.
Let's see here. What else you got?
Wrapping this up, Professor Number 1 at Doctor Number 1. Thanks to Governor Jim Justice, West Virginia's income tax fell 4%. Can we get justice for president?
Now Senator Jim Justice.
That's right. And we already discussed this. Hobie will be the most powerful podcast out there in 4 years.
Fuck you, Rogan.
So we going Jim Justice for 2028 now?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. We'll endorse him, I guess.
No,
Why not?
we will not. Down the hall might.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Our podcast we're not allowed.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
It's in the bylaws.
We did endorse Chase Oliver, who
we
just
didn't.
took Alabama. So there you
Well,
go.
he walked out and said, "Roll Tide," and he got 10,000 votes
Instantly.
Yeah.
I
I don't even know how they showed up.
I'll be honest. If Harris or Trump would have done it, they would have won the state easily. Roll Tide.
Well, to be fair,
Or Trump came out and said, "I kind of like Georgia."
I mean, he did drive that garbage truck around the airport.
Chase
empty
Oliver?
No.
Oh,
That garbage truck. He did a couple circles on the empty airplane.
did he say Roll Tide?
That's what I'm saying. If he would have said that,
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I think he's still going to win Alabama.
What really hurts Harris in Alabama is her
race.
that and her vice president. He has stolen valor, claiming that he was a state championship football coach. When it turned out he was only a coordinator.
Trump won Ohio. He's up to 154 electoral votes to 27. So just let you guys know. That is at 9:03 p.m. So moving on. Let's see what we got. We got some Face Off, Jeff. You got some music for Face Off?
Tiny surgery. I'd like to take his face off.
Jeff, what is Face Off?
Face Off is when a listener will send in a matchup between two opposing sides, and we decide through our discussion who would win said Face Off.
This week is from Bob. Just Bob. He has Venom versus Slimer from Ghostbusters. It's a tough competition.
I don't think it is.
Who do you think?
Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but could he grab him? Slimer's a ghost.
But Venom's just as supernatural.
Yeah, he's alien.
And I mean,
The most threatening thing Slimer had was like all those hot dogs he ate.
Yeah. So you're going Venom? Going Venom?
Venom.
Slimer could slime him.
but Venom likes slime.
That's true.
He's a product of slime.
Okay. So we're all going with Venom, I guess.
I have a feeling that like he'd try and get slimed, and you hit him with the slime, and then the slime would just start turning black.
Oh, so it'd be more
incorporate it.
Venom-like substance.
Yeah. Well,
And that he would pretty much Venom would just envelop Slimer
I gotcha.
and use him as his symbiotic.
I like that.
Venom would take over slime.
Yes.
Oh,
Be
interesting.
I want to see Venom in the
He'd
new
get rid of
Ghostbusters.
Mac or whoever he was with and just go with the
Yeah,
ghost.
Slimer like hits him. Like it'd be a great scene where Slimer slimes him with all this green slime, and then the slime from Venom just kind of goes up and turns black, going up into Slimer.
I gotcha.
Until he's all black.
Nice. Now, are we doing Slimer specifically from the movie, or do we get to include him from the real Ghostbusters?
Oh my God,
cartoon?
that is one of the worst characters in cartoon history,
And do we get to
along with the Snorks.
and do we get to include his Ecto Cooler commercials and things?
Time out. You have a lot of anger towards the Snorks over there.
Fuck the Snorks.
They're no gummy bears.
They're just wannabe underwater Smurfs.
Yeah, that's fucking underwater Smurfs.
Gummy bears. Gummy bears.
Shut it.
Shut it down. Yeah, so we're going with Venom. Great.
I like Jim's outcome of that.
I did too. If you have a face-off you would like to send us, send it over. Bad Ideas Podcast. You can also review us at Apple Podcast. Give us a 5-star review. We would greatly appreciate it.
Or a 1-star review so we can make fun of you.
Yes. You can also find us on our YouTube channel too at History of Bad Ideas Podcast.
Just to be safe, just like go 3 or 4, and then like we probably won't even notice you.
That's true. It's true. Kind of like our parents.
Your parents notice you. They paid all your friends to hang out with you, Jason.
To be fair, Dr. Dana was listening to our last episode in the car, and
Did she like when we said, they fucked?
Nobody liked that.
no.
They fucked. Hey, Jason, what are those 2 skeletons doing on your garage door?
They're fucking.
No, but we thankfully turned that off before my mother got into the car. So,
What are
Hey,
you
it
listening
should say explicit language.
It does say explicit.
Oh, so what are you guys listening
yeah,
to?
but we were at like that part of like coming up to that part of the episode, like when we were picking her up, like.
And did you tell your wife, don't do it? Don't turn it on. Just turn it
No,
off.
I turned it off.
Did she ask why?
No,
she knows better.
yeah, she just assumed that if I was turning it off for good reason, probably because I didn't want my mom hearing.
They fuck.
Yeah. Yep.
Is that Natasha? They fuck. Come see me, poker face. My poker face, poker face.
Is that Lady Gaga?
That's Natasha Leone singing Lady Gaga. Anyways,
Papa poker face, Papa poker face.
Oh, great. Now we have Stephen Hawking singing Lady Gaga.
people think I'm smart because I sing poker face, poker face. Take me to Epstein Island. I have research, air quotes, to do.
I kind of want to know what goes on in Jason's head, but then I don't.
I don't ever want to know.
And this
what's
is with
going
medication.
It used to be worse, folks.
It did. It did. Thank God for medication. Poker face.
If I didn't have to drive an hour, I'd drink every week in this thing.
Why?
What our listeners can't see there is the look that just Brian gave Jason. If it was a shore, Jason would be dead.
To be fair, Brian just started showing up. So this is on you. This is not on me.
I was invited.
By Jim.
Yes.
Yeah, just show up to Jason's house any week you want.
Who's this guy? Is that Brian?
Jeff knows who I am.
Who?
What?
What?
I know now.
Yeah, because you were on an episode where Jason wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, we got some news of the geek.
Well, he's only been our intern for like a year and a half before we
Like
got him
I
on.
talked to the interns.
It's time for another installment of the news of the geek.
Per the New York Post, where Brian gets all of his news from, 2 influencers, they fucked, are dead after refusing to wear life jackets on a speedboat that sank off the Brazilian coast.
They're fucked.
They're dead.
Because they didn't want the safety gear to ruin their tan in photos, according to police. Alan Tamara, De Amore, 37, and Beatrice Potter, 27, ignored pleas to wear
Tavares de Silva.
whatever.
That's not even a tough one to say.
Says you. They ignored pleas to wear their life preservers when an overcrowded boat taking them back to shore from a yacht party capsized in the rough waters of Devil's Throat
The biggest reason I sent this in was so Jason have to read the names.
along the Iguazu River. according to
Iguazu?
local- Yeah. Quote, some didn't want to put them on because they were taking selfies. Sao Vincent, police commissioner Marcus Alexandra Alfino, fuck you, Jim, said
Sal Vicente Police Commissioner Marcos Alexandria Alfino.
based on testimony by the boat's captain. Beatrice Potter drowned and refused to wear a life
Beatrix
jacket.
Tavares de Silva Faria.
Drowned after refusing to wear a life jacket on a speedboat, cop said. They said they were getting in the way of their tan. The 2 victims boarded a speedboat to shore with 4 other influencers.
Do you know what is now getting in the way of their tanning?
What?
They can't tan.
Yeah, but
I was going to say the coffin and 6 feet of earth. But
wow.
No,
I don't
it's
know.
got a sunroof.
I don't know. They might have been cremated, so maybe it was the oven.
The speedboat boat captain told police he was ordered to transport the 6 influencers, despite only having a maximum capacity of 5, leaving the dense vessel unable to navigate vicious waves that inundated the boat and threw the passengers into the choppy waters.
Viscous waves.
Vicious.
it's vicious.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Take that, Brian.
And delicious.
The captain told police he tried desperately to save his passengers, but then realized they were influencers and went,
Yeah, that isn't vicious because there should be another I in there.
That is
Correct. Viscous waves.
But the 2 victims refused to wear their life vest on the boat. I believe it would impact their photos and tan.
So not only are they putting one too many people than they should on the boat,
Yes.
they're refusing their life jackets.
Yes.
This is a terrible captain.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just, I mean, it's like, okay, you are both off the boat, so I can be under limit, and they're all wearing life jackets.
Faria's body was recovered by Brazil's maritime firefighters after it drifted out to sea. Amorium, whose body was found rushed up on the coast of Aguana Beach a week later.
Come on. You got to try better than iguana.
Itacawanda Beach a week later.
That was close.
That wasn't too bad.
I mean, I couldn't even say what it is.
Had posted photos to social media showing her aboard the luxury yacht moments before she drowned. Quote, all this is being determined very calmly to conclude if the fatalities were based on a recklessness or negligence, Alfino explained to local outlets.
Yes.
Let's see here. The International Business Times shared quotes from one of the survivors, Vanessa Audrey da Silva. She recalls how urgently she urgently put on her life vest and held onto a rock after the boat started sinking.
So she wasn't wearing her life vest before the boat
Yep.
started sinking.
She was able to hold on until help arrived. Quote, there was a moment in the water where no one could see anyone. I was fighting for my life, she said.
I almost, when you were reading that,
Uh-huh.
corrected your pronunciation of what you said, luxury yacht. Mm-hmm. I mean, it might be spelled luxury yacht, but it's pronounced throat wobbler mangrove.
That is from Monty Python.
Oh, okay.
If you guys did not get the reference,
I did. So yeah, there you go. Not a good idea not to put your life vest on. It might be a bad idea this week.
put your life as while you overload a vessel.
Yes. It worked out well.
Yeah, we got a bad idea ready for the week and another
Worsley nominees.
To quote Michael Scott, 4 people survived. Everyone in the car was fine, Stanley.
Everyone wearing life jackets was fine,
Stanley. Per TheGuardian.com, where Jim gets all of his news from, with very little warning, Armie Hammer has resurfaced. You may remember that in 2021, Hammer's career ended in an instant after multiple women came forward to accuse him of varying degrees of abuse. His representatives dropped him, his work dried up, and he was forced to sell timeshares in the Cayman Islands to get by. That, everybody thought, was that.
Nope.
However, in recent months, Hammer has started to reemerge into public life.
After his Hobie show.
Yes, which was Hammer Time? What was that show?
Cannibalism with Armie Hammer?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
He moved back to Los Angeles, made a big deal about selling his car. He was also on Piers Morgan's YouTube channel and Bill Maher's podcast. Now it looks as if he's back for good. Last week saw the launch of the first episode of Hammer's new podcast, Armie Hammer Time. The long-term Armie Hammer believers, the dedicated minority who vowed to stick by their hero through thick and thin, and A1 Sauce finally have an outlet for their support.
Both of them?
Good thing it wasn't a cooking show.
On the other hand, the podcast promises to be a fresh source of outrage for those who believe he doesn't deserve any form of outlet at all. For millions and millions of rubberneckers who get a weird thrill from watching a handsome former movie star sift through the self-inflicted wreckage of life, well, this is perfect for them too.
Which ones are we?
I'm not sure. I just don't care. How about that?
But we're reading about it. So
We are. That's because his show failed. It's one of the few shows that failed from our network, from our fall lineup. Hollywood has not
I don't think it failed.
He just ran out of people
It
to
led
eat.
him to a podcast.
It did.
But it failed us. We
Yeah.
canceled it because of the ratings were not good.
yeah, but
It's true.
I mean, that was one of the first shows that we put out there.
It's true. That is true.
And,
Not as good as Wibbly Wobbly.
we got a lot of eyes on us because of Hammer Time or
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
Cannibalism.
It was the number 1 show amongst Campbell's, so that was nice.
Yeah, the problem with that is like eventually your audience is gone.
Yeah, they're going to
You
eat each other.
you run out of people.
Correct.
Much like the show,
Yes.
like you just run out of people.
Yes.
When we're in the people business.
And not the eating people business.
Just the people business.
Yes. Hollywood has not unshunned him. Oh, darn. He spent some of the first episode saying that the only work he has on the horizon is a bit part job on a low-budget Asian shot film that nobody will ever see. Plus, he's podcasting for crying out loud. Hey, fuck you, Guardian!
Wait, was he in Batgirl?
Is that an Asian movie?
I'm just...
Making an independent podcast doesn't mean that Hollywood has let Armie Hammer back in. Fuck you, Guardian! If anything, it's a fairly brutal reminder that it hasn't. The Armie Hammer Time podcast is at heart an interview podcast. The interviews are conducted in Hammer's home. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Before he eats you.
Tiny rent-controlled apartment with scuffed floorboards and a sofa sourced from Facebook Marketplace for $150. The first episode's guest is Tom Arnold. Oh, jeez. A man who also knows a thing or two about imploding his life in full glare of the public.
Well, Jason,
Yeah.
you and Armie Hammer have something in common.
We do.
You've both interviewed Tom Arnold.
6 degrees of, 1 degree of Tom Arnold here.
1 degree of cannibalism?
Title of the show. This might not have been the greatest choice. Tom Arnold has made much hay from mining his lost years for comic material, and so it is here. Want the anecdote about the time Roseanne stabbed him for taking some cookies from her? Want the anecdote about the anecdote about the time he heard that the drummer from Kiss was a homeless crack addict living under a pier, so he kidnapped a homeless crack addict from under a pier, but it wasn't the drummer from Kiss, and the drummer from Kiss sued him for $50 million? Well, it's on here. You can sense Hammer's frustration with this as the episode wears on. He knows that he's the story here, and the people listening to the podcast want to know how things have been for Hammer and how his life blew up. In the end, he's so constrained that he literally has to ask Tom Arnold to ask him a question just to get a word in edgewise.
He's never seen an interview with Tom Arnold before, has he?
As somebody that might have experience with this, Yes, it is.
Tom Arnold is willing to talk.
Yeah.
So was it Peter Criss or Eric Carr? Who
I'm assuming Peter Criss. I don't think Eric Carr was on crack, living under a pier before he passed away.
Yeah. I did get told by Tom Arnold, no, that's stupid. Why would you say that? I don't know.
Brian tells you that all the time.
That's true. So yeah. So
Almost like the Guardian took the last paragraph from this room. You could, like sensing the frustration.
you can
as
sense
the
Brian's
episode
frustration with this as the episode wears on. Brian knows that he's the story here. The people listening to the podcast want to hear how things have been for Brian and how his life blew up.
Well, as soon as Brian starts to talk, Blake normally chimes in.
Huh? What?
Or somebody goes, they fucked. Quickies from Culture Crave, where Jeff gets all of his news from.
I got none of my news. I never even heard of them before.
Historian has recently called Gladiator 2, quote, total Hollywood bullshit for having sharks in the flooded Coliseum scene. Quote, I don't think Romans knew what a shark was. Best is Ridley Scott. When asked about the sharks, quote, dude, if you can build a Coliseum, you can flood it with fucking water. Are you joking? Take a couple of sharks in a net from the sea? Of course they can. To which another historian actually did refute back, they did actually flood the Coliseum, and they had naval battles in the Coliseum.
Oh, I know they did
boats.
that. I think the shark thing was he wasn't surprised they flooded the Coliseum. He was surprised they threw sharks in the Coliseum.
It's fictional.
It's total Hollywood bullshit.
Yes.
But the problem is people see Hollywood bullshit and then they take it for the truth.
Was this based on a true story? It is now.
Like
Yes.
like when people think they know all about Greek mythology because they watched the Disney Hercules movie.
That was probably the most accurate. Especially Hades. I'm James Woods. I'm Hades. Come to the basement of hell.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh.
That would have made it awesome in Hercules. Jeff, you got some box office news and domestic reports here? I hope you do. Don't hit the button.
There we go.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Yeah, I forgot I was going to write down for a title for the show.
Piece of candy.
No, it wasn't.
Piece of candy.
Brian says that every time James Woods' name is mentioned.
James Woods?
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Number one at the box office for November 1st to November 3rd of 2024, Venom, The Last Dance, made $26 million, total of $90 million, on a budget of $120 million.
Okay.
Nothing? Nobody has anything to say about Venom?
I haven't seen it yet.
He beat Slimer, that's all I know.
Oh, that's the movie.
Oh, that's why they asked.
Yes.
Number two, The Wild Robot made another $7.6 million, a total of $121.5 million on a budget of $75 million.
Apparently, Jason wants you to go see this.
Wild Robot?
Yep.
I did see it.
I said he wants you to go see it.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I mean, it's still number two. It's been on here for, 2 months now?
It was actually number 4 last week. It moved up.
Yeah,
Made more money this week.
Because Hobie Bump.
Venom is crushing on the worldwide.
Yeah.
319 million.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a lot. I guess people in other countries like Sony's Marvel better than the United States.
So they said the next version of Venom from Sony is not Tom Hardy. It's going to be Agent Venom, which is a spy, super soldier guy.
I thought you said Asian.
No. That's the one Army Hammer's in.
No one's going to watch that. It's perfect. We got a guy. He works cheap.
Army Hammer loses his legs in a war, and
Lieutenant Dan?
and the Venom symbiote comes up and attaches to him, and then he he starts working for the government. I believe in the comic books, Flash Thompson was the guy. but I'm not 100%.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I do.
Flash Thompson, you mean Joe Manganiello?
Well, I mean, if you're going back to the what you call it,
The Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire ones, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you mean Topher Grace?
No, he was not Flash Thompson.
Oh,
He was Eddie Brock.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Joe Manganiello played
Yep.
Flash Thompson.
Yep. What else you got?
Coming in at number 3, Smile 2 made $6.8 million, a total of $53 million on a budget of $28 million.
So I think it's Blumhouse that did Smile 2. They have a thing out now, an app that if you go to it, you can watch the first 9 minutes of Smile 2, but you have to be smiling throughout the whole thing, and if you don't, it cuts off. I thought that was kind of a colorful little thing. Like, yeah, good marketing there. So
Can you fake it and just put a little fake thing in front of you?
I don't know. It's a camera that they.
Well, yeah, you put a thing
Camera
in
on
the
your
doodle.
phone.
Yeah, I don't know, Jeff. I didn't make
What
it.
if my phone doesn't have a camera?
I don't know.
What are you walking around with your landline for?
Trying to watch a movie.
My grandma is trying to get on the watch Smile 2.
Who's got a payphone? Who's got a payphone?
The Brady's had a payphone.
They did.
Tom Brady had a payphone?
He threw it into the ocean, though. Fuck NFL. They're not getting this.
Coming in at number 4, Conclave made $5.3 million, a total of $15.2 on a budget of $20 million.
Okay.
And rounding out the top 5 here, made $5 million in its opening weekend on a $50 million budget.
That's the Tom Hanks film.
Here is
Did not
Tom
do
Hanks.
well. Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah, only $5 million. That's kind of a disappointment.
Yeah.
Wasn't a whole lot of press that a small amount, but
I saw previews for other movies, but that was it. I didn't really hear anything on that.
I saw some commercials like the week,
Yeah, I was
like
gonna say.
just a week ahead of time, and that was about it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm sure once it goes to streaming or hits Apple. or whatever, it'll.
I remember when Tom Hanks just being in a movie would mean it would open with $30 million.
What's that plane one? Where he's trapped in an airport.
The Terminal.
I made $40 million. Why? Opening week.
And
Oh, that was the worst movie we saw about airports and airplanes that week.
Yes.
Soul Plane came out that week.
Yeah. We had a double feature of
Soul
planes.
Plane was better.
Yes. Tom Arnold was in that too. Fucking A.
It all comes back to Tom Arnold.
1 degree to cannibalism.
1 degree to cannibalism.
What you got here, Jim?
We have Overlord, the Sacred Kingdom. Mamanga, known as the Sorcerer King, rallies the Sorcerer Kingdom and its undead army to join the fight alongside the Sacred Kingdom and the slain theocracy in hopes to defeat the demon emperor Jaldabaoth. It's anime. So it'll probably do huge.
Yes.
Because those people are weird.
No, they're not. Anime is Expo is coming in July.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't understand it. If I watched it, I would get hooked, and then I'd just be stuck.
I tried. I didn't get hooked. I'm like, these people love it. There's got to be something to it. I really tried to watch something that they said was good.
Which one did you try and watch?
I don't even remember.
I feel like
It wasn't My Hero Academia because I think I already gave up by then.
One Piece?
I couldn't watch One Piece.
I feel
Naruto?
I feel like any of like Cowboy Bebop and all that stuff.
Cowboy Bebop was one I tried to watch.
I can't get past the animation back in the 80s and 90s. Like I just can't.
Did you watch the live action?
No,
Cowboy
I didn't
Bebop?
watch the live action.
How was that one?
I got through like one episode, and it wasn't bad. I just lost. I watched a bunch of other things. So
Gotcha.
next we have Hippo. Hippo, a peculiar adolescent, and his Hungarian stepsister Buttercup struggle to come of age in the late 1990s America under the roof of a mother who has been institutionalized at least once.
Feel good story.
Why do you build me up,
Hey, it's 9:29.
Buttercup baby, just to let me down?
Let me down.
This
Mess
movie
me
has Eliza Roberts in it. She's best known for marrying Eric Roberts.
Is that the mother of Emma Roberts?
Yes. I believe so.
Okay.
Then after Hippo, we have Meanwhile on Earth.
Oh, you got to say that like in Ted Knight, like the Super Friends. Meanwhile, on Earth.
A 23-year-old girl is contacted by an unknown life form claiming to be able to bring her older brother safely back to Earth,
Brainiac.
who disappeared during a space mission.
Brainiac. Oh, Brainiac. You're not going to fool me again.
Oh, Brainiac. Yeah, no actors of name in that one.
Okay.
Then we have Love Bomb. A mysterious dating app designed for one-night stands brings three strangers together with deadly consequences.
They fuck.
They're fucked.
They fuck and then they're fucked. That's the tagline.
That's the tagline. They fuck. Then
They're fucked.
yeah, they're fucked.
Okay, after Love Bomb, we have the best Christmas pageant ever.
This actually looks...
I remember reading that book.
This actually looks enjoyable.
Nobody is ready for the mayhem and surprises that ensue when 6 of the worst youngsters disrupt the town's yearly Christmas performance.
Is this a re-release? Didn't they make that movie?
This is a new one.
Oh, they made a new adaptation. Yeah. Okay.
Judy Greer, Pete Holmes.
I think they're a little old to be.
Well, they're the adults.
They're the kids.
Yeah, Pete Holmes is playing a 6-year-old. Then after the Christmas pageant, we have...
Sorry.
Christmas Eve in Miller's Point. I think we're getting to that type of season again, I guess.
Christmas movies. After Halloween, Christmas movies are coming out.
Shut it.
Sorry.
On Christmas Eve, a family gathers for what could be the last holiday in their ancestral home. As the night wears on and generational tensions arise, one of the teenagers sneaks out with her friends to claim the wintry suburb for her own.
It is mine.
It is mine.
She puts the trident in the snow.
I claim thee.
There appear to be some famous people's children in this movie. Francesca Scorsese, Sawyer Spielberg.
Ben Schenkman.
It's just coincidence.
Oh, JoJo Cincinnati's in this.
JoJo Cincinnati's in this, yes.
This is going to be a hit.
JoJo Cincinnati. That's the first time I've ever heard of JoJo Cincinnati.
Where have you been, man?
I'm in a box.
Jeez.
Then we have Small Things Like These. In 1985, devoted Father Bill Furlong discovers disturbing secrets kept by the local convent and uncovers shocking truths of his own. This is Cillian Murphy is the star of this one.
He's no JoJo Cincinnati.
Cillian Murphy is no JoJo Cincinnati. And then after we have Heretic. 2 young religious women are drawn into a game of cat and mouse in the house of a strange man. Meow. Hugh Grant, Sophia Thatcher, Chloe East, Topher Grace.
Oh, Eddie Brock himself.
Yep.
I am Venom.
I had to bring up Topher Grace since you already talked about him today.
I am Venom.
Okay, then after Heretic, we have Weekend in Taipei. A former DEA
One night in Taipei.
Oh, God.
A former DEA agent and a former undercover operative revisit their romance during a fateful weekend in Taipei, unaware of the dangerous consequences of their past.
This looks like Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, Luke Evans.
Like, looking, just like watching the trailer play on
Bard himself?
Mm-hmm.
One night in but Taipei in the world's your oyster. The bars are temples, but the pearls ain't free.
Shut up.
You find a god in every corner.
Next, we have Bird.
Well, at least you're getting most of the words
I had to
right.
look it up.
Yeah, read it.
But the tune is so not right.
I don't want to get sued.
In Bird, Bailey lives with her brother Hunter and her father Bug, who raises them alone in a squat in northern Kent. Bug doesn't have much time to devote to them, Bailey looks for attention and adventure elsewhere.
English movie, huh?
Yeah, so we have movies that have characters named Bug and Hunter and Hippo and
Hippo. Awful.
Skate. Moon.
Barry Kehoe.
Oh, well, he's good.
Yeah.
So,
anything else come out?
Oh yeah, of course there is.
Oh,
Barry Kehoe plays Bug.
Oh.
Then next we have nope, not that one.
No.
Fighting Spirit: A Combat Chaplain's Journey.
Brian Adams sings a song.
Remains of
And he escapes.
Remains of POW chaplain Emil Capon identified after 70 years. Another chaplain embarks on the journey to greet them, inspired by 419 chaplain sacrifices. The convergence of their paths from different eras leads to a healing moment.
Seems like a pretty serious tone for Brian Adams to sing.
It is a documentary.
Oh, well. Never mind.
Yeah, it's not so funny now, is it?
It still kind of is.
No, it's not.
We made fun of Worsley, for God's sake.
You made fun of everybody, Jason.
That's true. We have a disclaimer.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide! We just won Alabama.
And the president vote is Hobie. Who the hell is that?
What? We only need 264 more votes.
And the last one, we have The Trophy Bride. A family attempts to fraudulently pass off their daughter as a trophy bride for an elite family aiming to secure their fortune, based on the traditional Vietnamese belief that couples should have similar in social economic status.
They fuck.
It is of course, the Vietnamese movie.
Is it a documentary?
No, it is not.
Okay.
And that is what's coming out this week.
Jeff,
Not much.
You got any top 5 films? Or top 5 songs?
Oh, you want the
music,
the music
for
top
the top 5 list.
I'm like, as you will find out, our list is about songs, so Jason confused me.
Yes.
Boy, oh boy, weren't they great. That's the Lobotomized Monkeys, and now, the top 5.
Okay, top 5. Top 5 saddest songs.
Favorite sad songs.
Okay, Jim, go ahead. This was your choice. You go first.
I will go in honor of my old buddy who passed away, Bill Studer. I will go with Lou Reed, Perfect Day.
Okay.
You listen to the song and everything, and again, it's such a perfect day. I'm glad I had it with you, but it's really sad and kind of depressing. So,
Fits our theme.
yes.
Brian, number 5?
Number 5 for me, I'm going to go fairly new with this pick, and it's going to be for the entire album. But Here We Are by the Foo Fighters.
Okay.
Basically, the entire album is a tribute to Taylor Hawkins' passing. Just overall, a sad album.
That's good.
I'm making a list of what you guys say because when I was doing this list, I found it cathartic listening, going back to all these sad songs. So
yeah, that's what I actually had. Something that I had wrote down in my notes when I was writing this up was I wanted to get everyone's lists, like all of everyone's lists together and make it a playlist that we can share.
yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, so
We can do that, I think, on our YouTube channel, too.
yeah, YouTube Music.
Yeah.
you could probably
YouTube Music, we can do it on.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'll.
Yeah, I had a requirement to make my list. It had to be a song that brings a tear to my eye.
Okay. So what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Gordon Lightfoot's "The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald."
You've mentioned that before, that song. Okay.
It's a good song, and when they, talk about like, and the only thing that remains are the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Tears up. Tear.
That'd be another one for Bill Studer.
Yep.
This one is sung by many different people over the years. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
You just butchered Holly.
Yeah, I know I did. I know. I actually have one.
Was it Leonard Cohen song? But maybe the saddest one might be the Jeff Buckley version.
So yeah. My other one, my number 4 is "Someone Like You" by Adele, talking about her divorce and that.
Someone like you.
Like I said, I'm writing these.
Adele could have several actually.
Yeah.
"Hello" was another one I thought about.
Or "Easy on You."
Yeah.
Or "Easy on Me." Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that one as much, but it is a very sad song. But I'm just not
The more I listen to it, the more it catches on.
really. Go ahead, Jeff.
Where did my number 4 go?
I don't know. Did it run away?
Oh, yeah. Number 4, I have the song "Remember Me" from the Pixar movie Coco.
Great song.
Yes. I'm getting ready to cry now.
It's a great film.
Well, I mean, I had seen it recently and teared up.
Did you like that show?
Oh, I like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And when you get to the end and he's singing the song
Yeah.
for his grandmother to remember, or his great-grandmother to remember.
Yeah. One of the funniest parts is when she's wearing the lucha wrestling mask. Brian, number 4?
Number 4 for me, I'm going to go with "Nutshell" by Alice in Chains.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, actually, my number 5 was also every country music song because they all tend to be sad.
No, because country music is just sad in and of itself.
Well, they lose their car and their dog and their wife left them.
So you went classic country.
Classic country, yes.
New age country is everyone drinking beer in their pickup truck with their girl.
Yes.
And
And a party on Friday night
Yeah.
with a red Solo cup.
yeah.
Okay, so my number 4, I will go "The Funeral" by Band of Horses.
Okay.
Again, it's just a sad song.
Okay. Number 3?
My number 3, "Let Her Go" by Passenger.
Yeah.
So I let her go.
That's a good one. It's on my playlist. Number 3?
Number 3 for me, I'm going to go with "Nothing Man" by Pearl Jam.
Good one. Wait for Jeff to finish writing.
Yep. For me, my number 3 is Pink Floyd, "When the Tigers Broke Free." It was the song that originally wasn't included on the album for The Wall, but they added it to the movie. And it's the song, where he remembers when he finds the note from King George that his father died in the war. Tear up.
Let's see here. Not a huge fan of him, but "I'm Not Okay" by Jelly Roll is a good one. That's been on my playlist recently. So speaks volumes to me. And so
I've actually been enjoying anything I've heard from Jelly Roll. He's not somebody I would expect to have, but anything I've heard from him I've liked, and I'll check that song because I'm not sure of it. But
Did you go to his concert last night?
I did not.
Okay.
I have nothing against Jelly Roll. I just haven't heard much of his songs. And then I heard that one is about mental illness and all that stuff. And it's really good. And he's had a couple other ones that have been pretty decent that I liked. That was my number 3.
He's just overall kind of has a good story about where he came from, what he's been through, and where he's at now.
Yeah.
Good bit of success story.
Yeah.
Kind of had to reinvent himself. So
that was my number 3. My number 2 is "Hurt" by Johnny Cash.
on my honorable mentions list.
Yeah.
I have "Hurt" by 9 Inch Nails on my honorable mention
That's
list.
another one, too. That's a good one.
It's the same song.
It is. No, I know.
No, I fully aware that
Yes.
different
Yes.
versions of the song will evoke different emotions.
I'm going Johnny Cash.
I think it's infinitely more sad hearing Johnny Cash sing it.
It definitely is more sad.
Jeff, number 3.
2.
2.
My number 2 is a song and a band I've talked about frequently. It is Blue October's "Hate Me." A song about somebody who is, fucked up and just wants the person who loved and supported them to just go be happy and leave me alone.
Gotcha.
Tear up every time I sing it, or even just think about the lyrics.
Okay. Number 2, Brian?
Number 2 for me, "Somewhere I Belong" by Linkin Park.
Good song.
Yep.
Good song. Linkin Park has a lot of sad songs if you listen to.
Well, I mean,
I get it.
sad outcome. So, I mean,
I get that. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, I mean, it's very much he was living his life through what he was writing.
Yeah.
So
what do you think of the new singer, Emily?
I am indifferent. I like her sound, but I don't really necessarily. I'm not really digging the way like the direction Shinoda's taking them. And then there's just I don't know like what truly happened, but there's a lot of stuff with Chester's family. Supposedly that they were told things weren't going to be done by Mike, and now he's doing it. It's just all weird stuff. But I mean, originally off the cuff, like I was into it, and then I don't know.
From a singing perspective, I like her.
Yeah, she's got a good sound, but I don't know.
She's not going to have a voice after like 6 concerts. The way that he sang that is like...
Nah, should be all right.
Yeah.
Number 2?
Number 2, I have Lord Huron's "The Night We Met."
Number 1 for you?
Number 1, again, I think this might be the saddest song I've ever heard. It is by A Great Big World, and it is "Say Something."
I don't think I've heard that one.
You probably heard it. They did a version of it with Christina Aguilera.
Okay.
"Say Something, I've given up on you."
Oh, okay.
Something,
Yeah.
I'm giving up on you.
Yeah. Number 1, Brian?
My number 1, I'm going to go with the song "One" by U2.
Okay.
We're one, but we're not the same.
Jeff, number 1.
To carry each other.
Number 1 for me is James Blunt's "Monsters."
Oh.
It's a song he wrote about saying goodbye to his dad when his dad had a deathly illness, or his organs were shutting down.
And a lot of things from James Blunt you can put on there.
Oh, yeah, James Blunt did. But I mean, that one, it's just, especially, I heard it like a couple months after my own father passed. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I do have Blake's list here.
Okay.
the good news, though, about the James Blunt sad song there is that because of the song, a distant relative came forward who had a matching, I can't remember which organ they needed to transplant, but so they had a match, so they were able to do so, and his father is actually still alive.
Wow. My number 1 is super sad. The singer actually stopped playing it for 20-something years. He just started back up again. "Tears in Heaven" by Eric Clapton. About his 4-year-old son falling out of a window in New York, 53 stories down. So, God, that was awful. What's Blake's?
Blake has, let me find he has "No Time to Die," "Bury a Friend." I'm just going through all these. "What Was I Made For?" Any song by Billie Eilish.
Guys, we gotta stop. We can't afford to get sued.
Sorry.
We don't have rights, and we've only got 3 3/4 Hobie coin.
We're getting close.
We're almost there.
Anything else? Is Blake done?
No, Blake just every Billie Eilish song on this
okay.
list, yes.
Sister Carolyn, she had "Drive" by the Cars, "Easy on Me" by Adele, "I'm a Rock" by Simon and Garfunkel, "Say Something," Great Big World, and "Never Love Again" by Lady Gaga.
She also wanted to update with the kind of the with the article that I sent you that you didn't put on the
I
thing.
forgot to put the wrong one.
Yeah, she's Something in the Way by Nirvana.
Okay. Jacoba, celebrity Hobie, tweets by Jacoba had Sad Song by Oasis. Everybody Hurts by REM.
Honorable mention.
Everybody. This is a good one. Beaches of Cheyenne by Garth Brooks. Nice job. Adam's Song by Blink-182. And Demons by Guster. He also had honorable mentions, 3 Wooden Crosses and Whiskey Lullaby. Doug had the Gummy Bears theme when someone other than Jason sings it.
I disagree 100%. I think it's the Gummy Bears theme when Jason sings.
I don't think so.
Say it.
I don't think so.
I think Doug said that on purpose, try to elicit a response from us.
And as I said, Gummy Bears is a joyous song. They're bouncing here and there and everywhere.
You don't sadly bounce.
No.
I know.
Bouncing
Anyways.
here and there.
Brian, you got a
Honorable
Mad Lib for
mentions?
us?
Everybody has some honorable mentions.
Oh, go ahead. Hit the
I
mic.
have a friend of mine who was at bowling last night. We talked about it. She had Feels Like Rain by Aaron Neville, Drugs Don't Work by The Verve, I'm Going Hungry by Temple of the Dog,
Hunger Strike.
The Letter, The Box Tops,
Oh.
and then Young and Beautiful by Lana Del Rey.
Okay.
Okay, and then honorable mentions. Let's see, Sam Stone by John Prine.
Man.
The River by Bruce Springsteen. I can just say anything by Louis Capaldi, but Before You Go. 90% of what Ed Sheeran writes, and 100% of what Adele writes.
90% of Ed Sheeran, 100% of Adele.
Anyone else?
I've got The Crying Game by Boy George.
Or it was originally done by...
I forgot the name, but I don't know the original version. I only know the Boy George version, so that's why I chose that.
I had it on here. Go on, I'll tell you.
All right, tell me later. I got Running Up That Hill, Kate Bush.
Dave Barry.
Dave Barry. Not the guy who wrote for the Miami Herald.
No.
Okay. The Blower's Daughter by Damien Rice. Probably, if you know that song, it's from the movie Closer.
What does it taste like?
Tastes like you, but sweeter.
Shrimp.
3 a.m. by Matchbox 20. Long, Long Time by Linda Ronstadt. Torn by Natalie Imbruglia. Foolish Games by Jewel. Mad World, the Gary Jewell version. And So It Goes, Billy Joel.
I would also do the live Mad World live version by Tears for Fears.
Okay.
They slowed it down after Gary
Closer
Jewell.
to the
Yes.
Gary Jewell.
When Gary Jewell did it, then they're like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So they do it more like
There's
that.
a little too dance beat.
But they
For it
live
to be
version slowed it
instead.
down, and it's
Cool.
really good.
Well, maybe I'll look that up to see how they do it.
Anything else?
Let's see here. I had not really sad specifically, like the lyrics, but just makes me kind of sad. My Old Kentucky Home by John Prine. Let's see. I Miss You by Incubus. Swing Life Away, Rise Against.
I had somebody telling me a couple of Rise Against songs on this, and I'm like, I really need to listen to them more. they're
Please
good.
do. Yes, I highly recommend.
It's one of those, like, I don't listen to them a lot, but every time I hear something they do, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is good.
I will tell you, if you ever get a chance to see them live, do not miss it. I saw them at the Brady Center last year and a half ago. Man. Let's see. Sorry. As much as it pained me to put a Aaron Lewis song on here, Epiphany by Stained.
Okay.
Just mainly just because of a, the song has a meaning to me. The song is very sad, but why it's important to me is sadder, I guess. More
Okay.
sad. Let's see. That was pretty much it. I mean, I have like 5 or 6 other ones, but they're all like metal songs that no one's ever heard of.
My original list had like 40 songs on it.
Yeah.
And I need to pare it down.
I just had to stop.
Brian, would you like to do a Mad Lib?
I would love to do a Mad Lib.
Before we get to that bad idea of the week, number 118, not putting on a life vest.
Getting overloading a boat and
Yes.
not putting on a life vest.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, they are now in the Devil's Tanning Salon.
So it looks like to me you chose Taylor Swift Mad Lib.
Yeah, since we did a top 5 with music.
I'm just afraid because I saw a lot of people thought Taylor Swift had some sad songs. I hope we don't pull out a sad song Taylor Swift Mad Lib.
Yeah, no, Taylor Swift does have a lot of sad songs.
Here we go. I got it. I'm excited.
All right, Jason, can you do this without saying sexual body parts?
Without being a 12-year-old?
No.
No. Penis.
All right. Let's see here.
I mean, even your 15-year-old thinks you're ridiculous.
I know.
Juvenile.
All right, Jeff, start me off with a celebrity.
Kate Bush.
She's running up that hill.
Jason, give me a noun.
Tanning bed.
Jim, give me an adjective.
I will go with frosty.
Snowman.
Jeff, give me a color.
Lavender.
I like that.
Jason, give me another celebrity.
Gronk.
Army Hammer. 69.
Jim, give me an adjective.
Another one?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Let's go with disgusting.
Jeff, give me an animal.
Meow.
Manatee.
I knew that was coming.
I just flew.
My spirit animal. Come on.
Jason, give me a verb.
Jogging.
Jog.
Yep.
See, it wasn't dirty.
Oh, thank God. Jim, give me a part of the body.
We will go with Achilles.
Sounds fun.
The tendon or the eel?
The tendon. Achilles tendon.
Jeff, give me an adjective.
Tertiary.
Tertiary shelf.
Jason, give me a plural noun.
Let's see, a plural noun.
More than one.
Yes, I know. Pizzerias.
Pizzerias.
I like that one. It's out there.
Jim, give me an article of clothing.
Yeah.
I will go
Corset.
Merkin.
Merkin.
yarmulke.
Put on your yarmulke.
So it's Lorraine Hanukkah.
Jeff, give me a type of food.
Lemdis bread.
I am not putting that.
Edible underwear.
No. We will go Sour Patch Kids.
No. Some edible underwear is sour.
Jason, give me
I would not know.
give me a type of liquid.
Damn you.
Man juice.
That's what he says every time.
It is. It's the only liquid he knows.
I can't do it. I had to do it.
Jim, give me a silly word.
Man juice. Female juice.
Jenkies. Jinkies.
Jinkies.
Jinky.
Jeff, give me a place.
Vagina.
Jesus Christ.
You open the door.
A place. We'll say laundromat.
Well, we already had the pizzeria. We were so proud of you for pizzeria,
I know.
Jason, and then it was all downhill.
I couldn't keep it in. That's what she said.
Change man juice to clam juice. Can
He
we do
couldn't.
that?
No.
He couldn't keep the man juice in.
They were fucking. Yes, Brian, what do you got?
Can I have a verb, please?
Let's see here. Sleep.
Jim, give me a verb ending in ing.
I got the ing verb.
Damn it.
No.
Sexting.
No.
Fisting.
No.
Butthole.
Digging.
Clams.
I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole, diggy hole. I'm digging a hole.
It's just
Brian's just patiently waiting.
diggy hole.
What you got, Brian?
Jeff, can I have a noun, please?
How many are left?
Diggy hole. Diggy hole.
Shovel.
I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole.
Okay. So this Taylor Swift Mad Libs is called From the Shovel Song.
Right at the beginning. Ooh.
Okay.
I wrote a song to try and be like Kate Bush. Check it out.
I think she did.
I'm like a tanning bed in a frosty part of New York City.
That kind of makes sense.
That makes sense.
Everything is lavender when the sun is pretty.
Yeah.
You're too handsome like Army Hammer. But you're disgusting like a manatee.
Oh,
I think you should flip those two.
You hurt me.
This is a real song, folks.
I want to jog when you come around.
Run. Go to run.
My Achilles tendon makes a desperate sound.
When you're trying to run.
Rupture.
You're tertiary like an army of pizzerias. I'm soft and delicate like a yarmulke. We go together like Sour Patch Kids and man juice.
Yes! Oh, you ruined Sour Patch Kids for me.
We make everyone around us whisper jinkies.
It's a new flavor coming out next
One
month.
day, we'll escape to the laundromat where no one can sleep us. But for now, let's go digging and make a fuss.
It actually, the first half actually sounded like the Taylor Swift song.
Yeah, you know where it fucking dropped?
Yeah,
Man juice.
Man juice.
No.
Yeah.
Man Juice Sour Patch coming out next month.
And it, like you said, Manatee and Army Hammer need to be swapped in that.
Okay, let's see.
That
So
part was funny.
You're too handsome like manatee, but you're disgusting like Army Hammer.
That
Yes.
could work better. That works better. Let's see here.
Too
Titles
handsome
for the
like a
show.
manatee, but disgusting like Army Hammer.
He couldn't keep the man juice in. 1 degree of cannibalism.
I like that one.
The Devil's Tanning Salon. Mm-hmm. Jim Justice for Got Hobie. Give us a 1-star review so we can make fun of you. Jim Justice 2028. RoboCop. ... No, we aren't doing that. Eat it straight out of the box. Blake proclaimed. You got me mid-gummy. And I was going to stay home and eat some chips.
I have Devil's Tanning Bed or Salon. A piece of candy.
Piece of candy.
And Doug.
And Doug.
And Doug.
Give up on your dreams. These are the standard gummies.
Yep.
1 degree of cannibalism. And that's it.
I have stay at home and eat some chips or something. The dumbest timeline. A Muppet with a brain impediment.
I forgot to write that down, but that was a good one.
Here.
I have air quotes research to do. They're fucked.
They're fucked.
After they were fucking.
We're in the people business. And he couldn't keep the man juice in.
Let's see. I also had 1 degree of cannibalism.
I do like that.
Muppet.
Can we really put cannibalism in the title, though?
Can we put man juice in the title?
No! No!
Why not?
It's juice that man
No!
drink, right?
No.
I don't know. Muppet with a brain impediment. Give us a 3 or 4 star review and we'll ignore you. The Devil's Tanning Bed. and that was it, I think. Yep.
We could do the Devil's Tanning Bed.
We could.
Jim Justice 2028.
Nope. Okay, Devil's Tanning Bed it is.
I'm partial to Muppet with a brain impediment.
I like that too, but we don't want to get in trouble with Disney by using the word
Yeah,
Muppet.
because they do search out those.
Puppet.
Yeah, there you go.
A puppet with a brain impediment.
An M-puppet. No.
A puppet with a brain impediment.
A puppy.
Well, now you're just ruining everything.
No, I absolutely do not want that.
A kitten.
No, no animal.
Okay.
A mud puppy?
A what?
Mud puppy.
I thought you said a blood puppy.
No, I said
Blood?
mud puppy. It's a
Puppet.
fish.
How about a hush puppy?
A hush puppy with a brain impediment. Oh, come on, that's a fried food.
I know what it is.
It's made from real puppies, though.
But they're quiet.
I feel like Brian's really thinking on the hush puppy one.
Hush puppies made from real puppies.
That's it. Change room. Roger says goodbye.
No, he doesn't.
I don't think he does yet.
Goodbye.
No,
I don't think that change was approved.
it was not approved. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I won't put it on.
Puppet with a brain impediment.
Yeah, I'll get that. I'm writing it right now.
With brain impediment.
Do
It's
what we're telling you to do, Puppet.
Yes, I am.
You know how to spell that?
Yeah, hush puppies is Hush.
IMPEDIMENT.
Okay, so Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. No more.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. Not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You've been listening to Hobie.